And the winner of the almost brand new black grip bag, the bag we used for our lefty challenge at Maple Hill, is drum roll, please.
Kevin Johnson.
Kevin Johnson. Woo!
Congratulations, buddy.
Oh yeah, guys, we are back and we are ready with another tier list. These videos have been very popular, very hot discussed of how wrong we are. And today we are tiering the top 32 Disc Golf Pro Tour players by accuracy.
Let's get right into it.
And we have 4 tiers. One is bullseye, obviously that's a park job and just being super consistent. Circle 1 is solid, really good, gets the job done. Is probably again the tier will fill up the most, just like overall decent. And then the last tier we have my favorite tier, which we call sprinkler system, which is kind of unpredictable and you know it can go in any direction at any time. And right off the bat we're starting off with Kevin Jones, and Paul can tell us, what do you think?
Wow, Kevin Jones. I feel like there's certain shots that he has that are extremely accurate. Like his putter throws, his mid-range are very impressive. The way that he can land the disc where he really intends it. I don't think I see him miss his line very often, but I have noticed that when he kind of pumps up a little bit and tries to throw like a super hard shot in the woods, kind of doesn't hit his line as often as you would think. So being the great player that he does, he kind of tones that down and then will throw a mid-range. So
my thoughts on Kevin is his best part of his game, I think, is his jump putts. Like that's where he really separates himself from a lot of the field. And to get into the jump putt zone, you kind of have to be sometimes a bit inaccurate on your drives. So I would have put Kevin right here and gets the job done.
I could agree with that. Gets the job done.
Yeah. Greg Barsby. What do we think about Greg? Greg has been playing disc golf for 30 years at this point, probably. Obviously one of the most accurate guys out there, backhand and forehand. He doesn't throw as far as most of the top pros right now, but I think that makes him almost more accurate. I would put him in circle 1.
I totally agree. I think that he's deadly with the sidearm. I think that his backhand sometimes leaves a little bit to be desired, but he overcomes that, like I said, with his sidearm. So yeah, I think circle 1 all day.
Circle 1 all day. Already we are at Paul Macbeth.
Sprinkler system?
You're kidding, right?
No, I think Paul's obviously like one of the most accurate people ever of all time. Like
I have to agree, unfortunately.
Yeah, so he has to be our first.
People think I'm like a big Paul Macbeth fan.
It's really tough to do these tier lists with Paul Macbeth because he honestly doesn't have a real weakness compared to the rest of the field. I mean, if you were to ask him, like he's comparing himself to like the greatest players of all time. So he's probably like, yeah, I could get a little better at this or that. But yeah, he definitely belongs in bullseye.
Yeah. Philo Brathwaite. That's a tricky one. I feel like it's pretty accurate, but maybe not the most consistent.
I feel like he really doesn't throw the disc very far, but like he's known for his like buttery rock shots. And
with a rock, he would go circle 1 or bullseye. With his distance drivers,
I mean, for as far as he can throw, I never really see him like hit first available.
Yeah. Circle 1?
I think he has to go circle 1 just because I feel like he can only throw it like 420 feet.
Yeah. No, good point. Noah Mindsma. Oh, that's a guy again that I haven't played with him that much. Have you played with Noah?
I played with Noah a few times this year, actually. He's a gambling buddy of mine. We like to bet each other when we play each other. So I actually have a nickname for him, and this is a total troll on Noah, which is what people like. I call him my little ATM machine. So Noah is actually very accurate off the tee. Very accurate. I would put him in circle 1.
Yeah, I would agree.
I feel like that's his best part of his game.
Jordan Castro.
I feel like sometimes he's really accurate and sometimes like he is off the fairway quite a bit. I played with him only once this season, and that was at the USDGC during the crazy storm. So I don't think I should take this one because I think he shot like a 70 something so you get this one.
You know what? I played with him in the woods in Vermont, and it was solid. I really can't say it wasn't nothing too special, nothing bad either. So gets the job done. I think is a fair spot for him. Bring us to Drew Gibson, which, damn, I can see him all over the place on this tier list. I don't even know where to put him. There's some days he's bullseye. There's some days he's a sprinkler system.
I never see him being a sprinkler system. I feel like he's like pretty good off the tee.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, obviously, he's one of the best in the world.
If he was in bullseye all the time, he'd be like winning tournaments with how good he can throw. So I would put him in circle 1.
You know what? Now that you said that, I totally agree. Drew is one of the best at hitting his lines.
Yeah.
With a lot of power. Oh, here we go. Paul Yuleberry.
I'm zipping up on this one. You can tear me apart.
Well, last time I put you in a tier list, you complained afterwards. So I at least want to know where you would put yourself after I put you somewhere. So Paul, you know, he has a good sidearm game. Solid B tier.
Wow.
And his backhand, you're out. Backhand, is it? I feel like you're actually very good at hitting your line. I don't want to put you in bullseye, but I will put you in circle 1 as one of the best line hitters.
I'll accept that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Would you want to be in bullseye though?
No, I don't think I'd be in bullseye. I feel like I'd probably belong in circle 1. I don't ever hit first available, I feel like, anymore. But there's definitely certain shots that are still pretty sprinklery with my game, so I'll take circle 1 and be happy.
All right, then we have Ricky Y. Saki. And man, you know what? He would laugh at this, and he is famous for, especially with his backhand, just kind of just checking it out there, and he'll make the putt from 80 feet, so it doesn't really matter where he throws it anyway. And don't we call him, as a joke, like a sprinkler system off the tee?
I think so, yeah. I think in order to become the greatest putter of all time from circle 2, like that means that you are not hitting your lines. Now, with that being said, I feel like this last season he has gotten way better off the tee, especially with his backhand. I noticed big time improvements. And he's one of the greatest scramblers of all time. We all know that. But in order to scramble, that means that you miss your line and you're in a bad situation.
We have to put Ricky in a sprinkler system. I love it. Okay, you're welcome, Rick. Let's go to James Conrad. Man, if he has an AVR in his hand, bullseye every time.
I've never seen him miss a hit first available. Have you?
No, I'm going to put him up there. I feel like he belongs up there.
But he's also always making big, long jumpers.
Yeah, but that's when he hits the basket and rolls out the circle.
That's true. Very true.
Austin Hannum. He can sprinkle.
I've seen some sprinkles. I don't know, his whole game. I actually haven't played with him a bunch. I know that he had kind of his breakout tournament at the championships, and he played very well, and he was definitely not sprinklering him there. But like I said, I haven't played with him enough to really get a good idea.
Gets the job done. I think Austin's game is really, it's all around just solid, and he in pretty much any category you could say, Austin gets the job done.
And I think he's getting better as well. I think he's really improving. So,
Chris Dickerson. I don't even want to talk about Chris. You can do it.
All right, I'll talk about Chris. I don't think there's a shot there you go. Yep. I don't think there's a shot that he throws that isn't just dead bullseye.
Yeah.
And then it seems like when he does mess up, it's because he gets a kind of a bad break and then he just makes the jump putt anyway.
Yeah, I feel like he's also one of the guys that like commits the most to his lines. Like he always goes through his routine fully and always like he like goes full at it to hit his line, and he like does it more often than not.
Yeah, he's not known for being a robot, for being a sprinkler robot.
Yeah,
they don't design sprinkler robots.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Ezra, that guy just crushes. And I feel like, how many top 10s did he get this year? I feel like he should be in the top 10. With his throwing abilities, he's also a good putter. If he wouldn't sprinkle that much off the tee, he would be in the top 10 every tournament. So I'm tempted to put him between sprinkler system and gets the job done.
Yeah, I feel like I'm always seeing him make nice putts. And
I played with him. Where did I play with him? In Maine. On this crazy wooded course, long holes, and man, it was awesome and it was fun, but he was all over the place.
I also played with him in Vermont. That was the only time I think I played with him this year, and it was kind of sprinklery.
Yeah. I mean, love the guy, and I'm sure he's going to improve in every aspect of the game and be a guy to look forward to in the future. But right now, join Ricky. And now it's me. I can just sit back and listen to what you think.
Yeah, so I've been thinking about this today because I knew we were going to do this list, and I just couldn't wait to tear you apart.
I have my ups and downs.
But in all honesty, I think Simon would say that he's awful because that's what he says about every single thing that he does. But Simon is known for trick shots and being super accurate and doing these crazy things that nobody even thinks about doing. And I have to say, in order to get famous with that, like, you have to be bullseye.
No.
Yes, I think that.
No, I cannot put myself in bullseye.
And there you go. You can't do it, so I will do it because we've all seen some of these things. Didn't you hit the? Yeah, he's in bullseye.
I'll say this: kind of almost the harder I throw, the more accurate I feel I am. On a spike hyzer line, I would put myself in bullseye. If I can hyzer over the trees and pinpoint where I want to land my disc, I'm really good at that. Straight shots, hitting my line, I'm decent in the woods.
How many aces do you have on film?
Yeah, but that doesn't count.
Didn't you just ace in a Halloween suit?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Enough said.
Kyle Klein. I have never played with him, so I can't say anything. He did great at USDGC, great at Maple Hill. Couple hiccups down the stretch, but I think he is very, very good. Between Circle 1 and gets the job done.
I think he's Circle 1 all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Terry. We were talking about Terry before we made this list.
Yeah, why is he always like the guy to like...
That picture of him is just perfect too. Him just going, yep. Terry here.
So funny. Terry could be a sprinkler, but he's...
Backhand 100% sprinkler. Forehand gets the job done or Circle 1.
Oh man, it's like he's a really good putter.
He's a really good guy. I want to say he's one of my favorite guys.
One of the best personalities ever, sure.
He's the funniest dude to hang out with. And I love it so much that I'm going to put him here just so the next time we hang out, he can give me crap for it. Kale Laviska.
I've never seen him hit a tree, much less... I mean,
I'm gonna really slowly move him up the ranks. Are we sure? Yeah, we're sure. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
No question in mind here. Kale, if he chooses a line, he's gonna hit the line 99% of the time. Calvin Heimberg. Oof. Another one of these top 3 guys.
Just super consistent, but
rarely misses lines, I feel like.
He's bullseye all day.
Yeah.
He never misses a line. Like, ever.
I don't know how he does it. He like runs up with these like weird looking feet. Like it doesn't look too in control, but that disc hits that same freaking spot every time. Jeremy, sprinkler system Coling.
Like this is the definition of one side being like insanely accurate, like bullseye, and then the other side being absolutely 100% the biggest sprinkler system ever. So
Where do we put him?
like,
His sidearm is best in the world bullseye. His backhand is, out of this whole list, it's like Fountain Hills sprinkler.
You're gonna put him in sprinkler because his backhand's, you think, that bad?
I don't know. If we put Terry in sprinkler, we have to put German sprinkler.
Not really, because... All right, I'm going to save Germ here. Let's put him at least and get the job done because he's more accurate overall than Terry with his on the course, don't you think?
Yeah. I've seen him throw a good
You're welcome,
shots.
Germ.
Nicole Castro. Ooh, that one's interesting. I really like his backhand and his rollers. He is the most accurate roller, I think, in the world.
Yes. I think he has more angle control than anybody. Like, he throws on some of the weirdest angles, and he's able to hit his lines when he does that better than anybody. He slows down his arm speed.
And I think what's been slowing him down on tour has been his short putts. So he's putting for birdie a lot of the time. Circle one or bullseye.
I feel like bullseye. Like, you can't be missing that many putts and not be bullseye guy and still getting top 10s. And I mean, he won the Preserve this year.
Yeah, I'm okay with putting him in bullseye. Andrew Marweed, man. I hope we get to play next season a bit so I can tier him better. But I've played with him once, I think, at the Memorial.
True story. I've played with him a couple times, not this year, but the year before. And it was like the biggest sprinkler system I've ever seen in my life. But then this year, all of a sudden, he's like winning big tournaments, crushing top 10s almost every time. And I didn't play with him one time all year. So I have no clue. From what I know and seen myself, I would put him in sprinkler system. But that's not fair because he's beat me every time this year.
I'm going to put him against the job done.
Okay.
But this one is to be determined later. Eric Oakley. Oh, boy. He also called me after the last tier list. Eric Oakley.
I would say gets the job done.
Okay. I would agree.
Just because, like, sidearm solid, backhand solid, putting solid.
Yep. I really can't add much to that. I can't say too much because I'm scared. Chris Clemons, man.
Also one of those guys, he has top tier sidearm distance. Accuracy, from what I've seen, is pretty good with the sidearm. Backhand doesn't throw it that far, but seems pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Really good jump putter. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Gavin Rathbun.
Pretty
He
accurate.
throws really far.
Rips. Solid putter.
Not a sprinkler. I would put him also in gets the job done.
Yeah, I think we said at the beginning of the video that this is like, that's where people are going to go.
AB.
He's a total sprinkler system.
I'm so glad you said that. I would totally agree.
Oh, dude.
We agree on almost everything.
I think he has the highest gap of anybody on tour as far as, like, he shoots 1,100 rated rounds. And then he's like in last place. And you're like, how is that even possible?
He'll shoot a 950 round, followed by 1,100, followed by 980, like every other tournament. It is pretty amazing.
Once he figures it out and he can kind of, smooth the ship.
Yeah.
Like, he's going to be elite status.
Eagle McMahon. He's won a lot of tournaments in the last 2 years. So he's got to be top 10 accuracy, I think. Sidearm and backhand.
Yeah, I would say
Circle one?
I would say circle one just because he's such a good putter as well on top of it that he even didn't he put himself in like super duper guy putting?
He said number one.
Yeah, so you have to be one notch below bullseye.
Emerson Keith. Ooh, could this be? Damn, I really like the way he throws, and I think he's one of the best at hitting lines. I feel like his putting has been costing him a bit. That's why I think he's probably one of the most accurate.
Circle one, then.
Yeah?
I think I can agree with that.
Backhand and forehand solid. Adam Hannes.
Sidearm, elite accuracy, I feel like, with his zones and his forces that he throws. Backhand, for me, leaves a bit to be desired.
Yeah, it seems a bit wild. Like, his form is just leaves a lot of room for error, I feel like. But, I mean, guys, everyone needs to know that obviously all these guys are good at everything. Like, that's out of the question.
Top 32 in the world.
Yeah.
On the planet.
So, Adam gets the job done?
Yes, he gets the job done.
Yeah. Garrett Durfee. Ooh, that's an interesting one. That is an interesting one.
I don't think it is. I think he's bullseye. I really do. I think that when he throws his backhand, I don't ever see him hit the first tree. And on top of it, his distance accuracy is insane. So I think he's like one of the guaranteed bullseye guys. In my mind, what do you think?
When it comes to distance, I think he's the most consistent with hitting his angles and hitting his lines.
Yeah.
That's why he'll win pretty much any distance contest, because we only get like 5 throws, and out of 5 throws, he'll have 5 good ones, and everyone else has like 1 good one sometimes. So yeah, I would totally agree. And Garrett is also super underrated in the woods. His sidearm may need some work, but other than that, his backhand is awesome. Colton Montgomery, won in Waco. That's a course you need a lot of accuracy at to have a chance to win.
Waco's like half and half. Half's like in the wide open, and half's like kind of in the woods. I haven't played with him very often, honestly. He's probably one of the people that's on tour and been on tour for a little bit that I haven't played much with.
He's good. I think I'm going to put him in Gets the Job Done. I almost want to put him in Circle 1, though. I've toured with him. I've played a lot with him, and when he throws his PDs, he just like hits that line so consistently. But I need to see him more in the top 10 to put him in Circle 1. So I'm going to put him in Gets the Job Done for now. But it has room to improve for sure. Thomas Gilbert.
He's a sprinkler system.
Yeah. I wasn't going to say anything, just slide him in there. Him and AB are like the perfect sprinkler system together. They're so good. They throw so far, and they put together great rounds. Yeah. But the next round is going to start with 10 bogeys in a row.
Totally agree.
All right, last on the list, we have Andrew Presnell.
Everybody says that same. I think he's really good.
Yeah.
I mean, he's constantly in the top 10. He's constantly winning tournaments. He's a solid putter. He has almost no sidearm. I think Circle 1's a good spot for him.
This is it. This is the tier list.
What do you think?
I would never put myself in bullseye. I think I don't belong there.
You know, now that
I would put German sprinkler system. Then I would be fully happy. But other than that, I think it's a very good list.
Now that you bring yourself up, I feel like there's a lot of times where I see you
hitting first available.
Like this, hitting first available. And maybe because I'm in your house, I like had some like soft. Let's drop you down to Circle 1. I know you like seeing yourself up at bullseye, but those aces that you have had to have been 3rd or 4th takes, 5th, 6th, 100th takes.
Yes.
All right.
Okay. I think this is all good. How was your first tier list experience?
I loved it. I love watching these. The people who are doing them out there, I appreciate it. It gives us, even us touring pros, like content to watch, and I mean, listening to the thoughts of other touring players about yourself is really fun.
It is really fun. Yeah, whenever someone else has done it, I always watch and tune in and see what people think and have to say. And man, all right, cool. That was it. Paul Yuleberry, thanks for joining once again. Make sure to go over, check out his YouTube channel. 26,000? 27,000 subs, guys. Everyone has been going over there and following. Thank you so much. He loves it, and grow it. We're growing.
We are.
Everything's happening. So
thank you guys for the people who have gone over there and subbed, and for people who didn't. Really appreciate you guys just watching us.
Cool. And then I'll see you guys tomorrow we have a couple days left, and we're gonna finish on a high note. I'm gonna try. All right, see you next time. Peace.